Hey man, what's up? I need your advice. A bit of a luxury problem, but also it's still a problem. See, I've upgraded Maradona to a cam rather than to a striker because I have Van Persie and I love playing with Robin Van Persie. So I figured, but yeah, in hindsight, I should have made him a second striker so I could find a formation with that. Because I also have the 94 Zidane, of course, who can also play cam and CM. And then I have the Team of the Year Bonmati that I packed during the Team of the Year. Great, lover, plays really well, swift. And then I have Rivaldo, who can also play as a left winger. So I could potentially go to a formation with a left winger and a right winger, and then for the right winger I could use Geise. Where is she? She's not even here. But I have Geise too, so I can use her for that. Um, or potentially a two striker formation and then use Gyökeres as the second striker. I like playing with him too. But most two striker formations, it just means that I will lose two cams, basically. Then, so what formation should I play? This is my favorite formation in game at the moment because I have the two CDMs. I played with the 4-1-2-1-2 before, and that worked really well for a long time. But um, it is so narrow that especially against the 4-2-1-3 formation, I kind of get wasted because they just come along the sides and I don't have enough support there. So I need to pull out my CMs there. But yeah, this works too if I play like that. Um, I would hate to keep Rivaldo out, so I could sub him on later, sure. But I like him as a shadow striker actually. But yeah, I didn't pay the 500 grand to upgrade Maradona and not play him. So I think I'll use him for now. Everybody seems to play this formation at the moment, which I should put Geise there because she's the right winger. So I could do that, and I've tried it, but actually I find it very hard to. What others seem to find very easy against me is very hard to, with the attack, basically walk on and then pass one defender left or right, doesn't matter, and then pass to your striker and score. Somehow, everybody that I play against sits back really tightly and then he's not free in the center. Whereas they come to me and yeah, he's free in the center. So what tactics go with this formation? What defensive approach goes with this formation? What build-up style? All that. It's so hard and it's hard to test. And frankly, I don't know really how to test those details. So my question to you is, firstly, what formation would you play? I think the 4-2-3-1 isn't that different than the other one, except for them, not being there. They sit a bit lower. If you put them to playmaker, they come back a little bit as well to defend. So you have a little bit more support. Yeah, so maybe I just stick to this one. Then there's the 4-2-2-2, because I could play that too. I could use Valverde if I wanted to, or Patri. We could play like that. Why would you play like this in that sense? I find there's usually quite a gap because these are CDMs, so there's quite a gap in midfield. But, I would love to hear your reasoning. There's a 4-3-3 option that I can play basically all the three, striker formations. The thing is, maybe I just don't have enough game. I said that before to play with wingers, so they run to the edge of the box, and then what? Maybe that's my issue. Maybe that's why I like CAMS better, because I can't really make it from there. Like, what do we do? I tend to then pull out a midfielder to come and maybe pass to so there's a moving person. But yeah, that leaves a gap for the counter attack. So how do you deal with that? And speaking of tactics, do you use these in-game tactic switches? I set these up yesterday again after a while because I tend to not really use them much. How do you do that this year? I find it super hard. Whereas last year, with the D-pad tactics, it was very easy to switch. I would set them to stick to the sidelines, or if I needed more pressing, I set the fullbacks to, move up and help out in attack. Now that's just harder, and I feel like should have like maybe one of these set to, okay, now my fullbacks are attacking, and then I switch to the other one, and nothing changes. It's just my fullbacks stay back now. So, things like that. Do you use it that way, or am I overthinking this too much? And how, what is a good setting? What is a good defensive approach? How high is the line height? Do we go balance now, or do we still go counter like we did a couple of weeks ago? It's all very, very tough. So please share your wisdom, and we can learn from each other. What do you guys do? What would you recommend with my players? Or maybe you have a good player that you say, oh, you should get that one instead, or you know what I mean? Yeah. So any information you have regarding the players that I have that I use, or maybe change this or that, I should explain. They're all untradeable. They're all through upgrades or through SBCs, things like that. Please give me your insights. I would love to hear your input, and let's work from there. This was it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.